College football is once again at the center of a heated national debate after a recent meeting at the White House brought together some of the most influential figures in sports. The discussion, which focused on the rapidly changing landscape of college athletics, has sparked strong reactions from fans across the country. At the center of the controversy is SEC Commissioner Greg Sankey, who joined a roundtable discussion hosted by former U.S. President Donald Trump. The meeting was organized to address the growing concerns surrounding name, image, and likeness payments, commonly known as NIL, as well as the surge in player transfers across the college sports system. The gathering, which included several prominent leaders from the sports world, aimed to explore possible solutions to what many believe has become an unstable system for college athletics. Over the past few years, NIL rules have dramatically changed how student athletes can earn money. Instead of being limited by strict amateurism rules, players are now allowed to profit from endorsements, sponsorships, and personal branding. While many athletes have benefited from these opportunities, the new environment has also created complications that conferences, universities, and governing bodies are still trying to manage. During the discussion, Sankey expressed concern that the lack of consistent regulations across states and conferences is creating an uneven competitive environment. Because different states have adopted different NIL laws, programs are often operating under separate rules. This has made it difficult to maintain fairness when teams compete against each other. According to Sankey, college sports work best when every team follows the same guidelines. Without a clear national framework, schools and conferences are left trying to interpret rules in different ways, which can lead to confusion and disputes. Another issue raised during the meeting was the dramatic increase in player movement between schools. The transfer portal has made it much easier for athletes to change programs, and in some cases players have transferred multiple times throughout their college careers. Supporters of the current system argue that athletes deserve the same freedom as coaches or administrators to pursue better opportunities. Critics, however, believe the constant movement makes it difficult for teams to build long-term chemistry and for players to develop strong connections with their universities. Sankey pointed out that frequent transfers can disrupt the sense of community that traditionally defined college sports. When athletes move from school to school in search of better NIL deals or playing time, the idea of building a legacy at one program becomes more difficult. For many longtime fans, the emotional bond between players and schools has always been a central part of college athletics. The fear among some administrators is that the new system may shift the focus away from education and team culture and toward short-term financial opportunities. However, not everyone agrees with Sankey's perspective. As soon as news of the White House meeting spread online, social media platforms were filled with strong opinions from fans, analysts, and former athletes. Some supporters praised the effort to create national standards, arguing that federal involvement might be the only way to fix a system that has become increasingly chaotic. They believe a clear set of nationwide guidelines could help protect athletes while also stabilizing the competitive structure of college sports. On the other hand, many critics viewed the meeting as an unnecessary attempt to bring government into a system that previously managed its own affairs. These critics argue that college leaders had years to develop fair NIL policies but failed to do so. Now, they say, turning to political leaders for help feels like an admission that the existing leadership could not solve the problem internally. Some fans also questioned whether politicians and administrators truly understand the realities of modern college athletics. For them, NIL represents long overdue compensation for athletes who generate billions of dollars for universities, television networks, and sponsors. They believe any attempt to limit those opportunities could unfairly restrict players who are finally able to benefit financially from their talents. Another major point raised during the discussion involved the financial structure of college sports programs. Sankey highlighted that major conferences collectively spend billions of dollars each year supporting Olympic sports and other athletic programs that do not generate large amounts of revenue. These sports rely heavily on funding from football and basketball programs. According to Sankey, if the financial balance of college athletics becomes unstable, it could threaten opportunities for athletes in sports such as swimming, track and field, gymnastics, and many others. He also emphasized that college athletics has historically played a significant role in developing elite athletes who compete on the global stage. Many Olympic medalists, for example, previously competed at the collegiate level before representing the United States internationally. Because of this connection, Sankey and other leaders believe preserving a stable college sports system is important not just for universities but for the broader sports ecosystem. Despite the controversy, the meeting concluded with a surprising announcement. Trump indicated that his administration could take action quickly by introducing an executive order designed to address nil regulations and transfer rules. According to reports from the meeting, he suggested that such an order could arrive within the next week, potentially shaping the future of college athletics in a significant way. If such action were to occur, it could mark one of the most dramatic federal interventions in the history of college sports. For decades, organizations like the National Collegiate Athletic Association, better known as the NCAA, largely governed the rules of amateur athletics. But recent legal decisions, combined with rapid changes in athlete compensation, have weakened the NCAA's ability to enforce uniform standards across the country. The debate surrounding nil and player transfers is unlikely to disappear anytime soon. Universities, conferences, athletes, and fans all have strong opinions about what the future of college sports should look like. Some want stricter regulations to restore stability, while others believe the current system finally gives athletes the freedom they deserve. What is clear is that college athletics is entering a new era, one defined by financial opportunity, legal challenges, and shifting power dynamics between players and institutions. As leaders continue searching for solutions, the voices of fans will remain an important part of the conversation. And now the question remains: should the government step in to regulate college sports, or should the system be left to evolve naturally? If you enjoyed this breakdown of the latest developments in college football and want to stay updated on the biggest stories shaping the sport, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Your support helps us bring you more in-depth analysis, breaking news, and discussions about the future of college athletics. Don't forget to like the video, share it with other college football fans, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update.